Hi guys, we're back. We were there earlier, but the phone rang and we ran out of yeast and everything else. So here we go with the bread video again. So to the bowl, we had 2 fresh eggs. We had 6 tablespoons of oil and 1/4 cup of sugar. And then to that we added 3 cups of lukewarm water. Very important about the temperature, like baby's bath water. Put your wrist right under there, and if you can't feel the difference between the water and your arm, you're good. If your yeast is too hot, you're not going to get your bread to rise at all. And if it's too cold, you're going to be a day and a half just trying to get a loaf of bread. So now we have 4 cups of flour, and to that we're adding 4½ teaspoons of instant quick rise yeast. So what we're going to do is just add it directly onto the flour, and then with a fork, Dawson's going to just whisk that around. And just to kind of coat the yeast a little bit, because once you add the salt can kill yeast a little bit, so this way it gives it a little bit of a coating. Yeah, so then we're going to take that entire 4 cups of flour and empty it right into the bowl. There we go. Good job, Doss. I actually usually use a bigger bowl than this again, but it was a little bit too high for the camera and you guys would have had a really hard time seeing. So, yeah, so we didn't do that. Today, we're using President Choice unbleached flour. Everybody says to me, how come your bread is not really white? And I'm like, because I have no chemicals in it. Basically, white flour was put on the market because the really white bread actually sold better than the regular natural looking bread. So yeah, so I actually started using unbleached flour about 10 years ago. And I don't know if it's the type with the President Choice or what, but it seems to have like a higher gluten, so like it really makes a great loaf of bread. So Dawson's stirring and stirring and stirring, and we're going to continue to stir this until there's very little lumps.
Yeah, right now there's a lot of lumps.
A lot of lumps. So it may take a couple of minutes to do this part. So while he's doing that, I'm going to measure out another 4 cups of flour. And to that flour, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. Please don't forget the salt. I've done it once. A nightmare. My bread was like super high, super airy, and it tasted like nothing. So don't forget the salt. You can add a tiny bit less if you want and a tiny bit more if you want, but I wouldn't recommend going much more off, like maybe a ½ teaspoon. There we go, we got that all mixed around. And let me have a see here, see how we're doing with this. This is Dawson's first time making bread. I'm so happy he gets to learn. When I first came home, I tried to get so many people like, please teach me how to make bread. And everybody was just so busy. So I went on YouTube and I found a great lady that actually had a recipe that was, oh my God, you could use it for so many different things. And yeah, I just, practice makes perfect. So the first few times you make this, it mightn't come out exact, but you know, my son can make it. I've taught 2 of my sisters how to make it, and yeah, so it's good. So we're getting pretty close there now with the lumps gone out of there. You can see it's nice and smooth. So I'm going to let you continue stirring, and what we're going to do about I guess about a ½ cup or so at a time.
You got some on my hand.
Got some on your nose too. About a ½ cup at a time. We're going to keep adding and adding, and it's going to get harder to stir. Dawson's going to be ripped after this one. Abs of steel. Yeah, that's why Nanny got no bingo wings. It's not the yoga after all. Yeah, so keep stirring. I'm going to give you some more.
All right.
More. keep going and I'll keep adding. So it's gonna get really stiff now. What we hope to do, this recipe makes 3 loaves. So it's so versatile that we're going to actually try to teach it tonight. We're going to try and do maybe like a raisin bread, a plain white sandwich bread, and maybe like a cinnamon roll bread would be nice. I know my son Kyle loves cinnamon roll bread. Do you like cinnamon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll even take the dough and make like a whole bunch of cinnamon rolls and then put some cream cheese icing on them. So yummy. Getting stiff. He needs his 2 hands now. Go, Dawson, go. Go, Dawson, go. Yeah. Spinning around, spinning around. Yeah. He's doing a great job. I can add flour rather quickly, which is awesome. Make sure you wear an apron when you're making bread. You really do get pretty dirty. That's all right. You'll have more than that on your hand. Yeah, he's a good stirrer. He must be, he's going to be 13 soon. So, yeah, he's getting some muscles now. It's really hot here today. I might be a little sweaty on the video. It's like hot and humid. And then we had the oven on earlier for supper. Yeah. Hope you had to eat early today. Getting stiff?
Yep.
A little bit more. They getting too stiff for you? When it gets too stiff for you, let me know and I'll take over.
Oh, I got this.
You got this? Sometimes what we'll do is when it gets too stiff like that, we're actually going to take the spoon off like that. And I'm going to take a little bit of flour and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it on the spoon. Taking my plastic scraper, the best thing I've ever bought for making bread. We're going to just scrape the spoon right off in there. And then we're going to scrape down the sides of the bowl again like we did with the pizza video, just to make sure we get it all. And then I'm going to wipe off this thing. And Dawson's going to actually get in there with his hands now.
Right now?
Right now. And you're going to, just like the pizza dough, what we're trying to do is incorporate all the flour, and eventually we're going to make like a ball. So yeah, so keep adding flour. This is what I like to do. I like to, yeah, it's sticky, right? I told you you're going to get pretty dirty. So yeah, so I just kind of like scoop bread in under there and push over the top, because then you'll see that there's lots of flour on the bottom. And when your hands gets like Dawson's there now, I'll show you a trick. So we just put a lot of flour on them and just go like that, and you'll get all the little bits of flour and stuff off your hands. Eventually. Because it'll get a little bit drier once it keeps kneading. There you go. Yeah. Flip it over.
Yeah.
That's good. You're doing good. Yeah. Keep going. We're trying to make a ball, just like the pizza ball. Yeah. I think we're going to need more flour. That's the thing. I actually use a little bit more than 3 cups of water and the 8 cups of flour, because my bread pans are a little bit bigger than the normal. They're like an industrial type pan. So I actually need a little bit more dough for it to come out properly. So even when you're doing this, you may need an extra half a cup to 1 cup of flour. You can kind of go by feel. Oh, no. I almost tipped it right over. The dogs would have had some fun then. Yeah, good. Doing good. I can show you guys it's starting to come together. Yeah.
I can't move my hands.
You can't move your hands? Why don't you just rub the dough off again, like that. Here, I'll help.
Oh my god.
I love Dawson.
Oh yes, totally turning out better.
See, it's getting better and better. Yeah, we're almost done with this part. And once we're done with this part, getting it all into a big ball, what I'm going to do is just put it in a warm place to let it rise until it's maybe like doubled in size. maybe a little bit more. I like to put it in the oven with the light on. My oven gets kind of warm. I don't know if yours do. I had one before that didn't do that. So yeah, if not, you can put it on the warm countertop or anywhere really that is nice. I'm actually going to take this dough over from Dawson and see, because I think he's got it done already. Oh, you need some more flour? Okay, so yeah, just rub it right together and you'll get all that off. Or you gotta rub a little bit. Rub it hard, rub it hard. Yeah, look at them hands. Here, give me that. That's like an extra slice of bread right there on his fingers.
Oh my.
Oh my. There we go. So yeah, so anyway, yeah, Dawson, you did such a great job. Holy moly. Yeah. So I'm just basically getting the rest of the dough off the bottom, or not even the dough, the flour. He's actually got a really great job done. Look at that. It's slightly sticky to the touch, which is fine. It shouldn't be super sticky though, but a little bit sticky is fine. If it's too sticky for you, again, you can add a little bit extra flour. But yeah, I think we might be pretty good. He's got like a little tiny bit of flour on the bottom of the bowl. I'm just going to incorporate the rest of that in. The dough feels awesome. And we're going to cover that now. And we're going to let it rise. And then we'll come back with another video and show you how the rest is done.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right.